Timothy or Galatians, but the book where I get my education, where I think God has written specifically, and I got a lot of nerve to do that, but I do specifically for me, is Proverbs. So we're going to take Proverbs, the 17th chapter, and I'm going to go from 1 to 5. Okay? Let's go. Better is a dry morsel with quietness than a house full of feasting with strife. A wise servant will rule over a son who causes shame, and will share an inheritance among the brothers. The refining pot is for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the heart. An evildoer gives heed to false lips. A liar listens eagerly to a spiteful tongue. He who mocks the poor reproaches his maker. He who is glad at calamity will not go unpunished. Now that's the truth. What I told you before is I don't try to give you an insight to what the Bible says. I get my understanding and my prayers that you get your understanding, and that each day that you read the Bible, I read the Daily Bread in the morning too, that you read the Bible, you gather something forward. Now, I'm not suggesting that you read the Bible every day, because who am I to tell you what to do? However, I do think that if he could walk up a hill carrying a cross and be strung up, they hung him high and wide, the least you could do is give him 15 minutes of every day that he gives you. I'm not suggesting it. I'm not telling you what to do, how to run your life. I'm just letting you know what works for me. And sometimes you need that. Sometimes 15 minutes is not quite enough. You're going to need a little bit more, because sometimes what you might be going through might be deeper than 15 minutes. And I got some stuff today that I'm going to talk about that I think is deeper than 15 minutes. First, I want to give a shout out to my road dog, my cut buddy, Danny. Pick one. Danny and I have been road dogs, close buddies, friends, I want to say over 14 years. When I got my divorce, it was Danny who let me know that I was still a woman, not physically, y'all, but he brought me through what I thought I could never get through. When my husband left me, told me I was a man because I was a cancer survivor and I had some stuff removed and all of that, Danny was the one to tell me that, I wasn't the first person to go through this, and I won't be the last, and to hold my head up high and to be somebody, be about the business of who I was. I was a beautiful woman, inside and out. And sometimes you take people for granted, or you just don't listen. And I couldn't hear Danny for the pain that I thought I was going through, or I knew I was going through. I didn't know what I thought about. But yeah, and so when he hurts, I hurt, and my friend is hurting right along through here, and I want him to know that I love you, and you're right. We are going to get through this. Now, I'm going to come back to Danny because I got to go to Angela.
Yes, ma'am.
A couple of weeks ago, we had Chelsea on the show, and Chelsea was talking to us about the women's role in the Bible and how some men in the Bible had 2 wives. And that took Angela on a tangent. So, Angela, would you please explain to us, or you can't ask me none because I don't know none, but give me your point of view, your perspective on that so that we can bounce back off of it, if you will, please.
All right. Well, I just thought it was pretty weighing heavy, more so on the man's side, and more so to the point to where we specifically had a place, not individuals, but as a whole, we had a place and a space only. I have a problem with being not considered. Like, we are not a threat to anything or anyone. We're not even a thought of. So I just wanted to know, like, why is it that we're always given a pathway of what we're supposed to be?
Are you mentioning
instead of
are you saying it's biblically or like in today's world?
Just period. Because we got to deal with what we're dealing with now, as far as life as we see it today. But then when we go back biblically, we talk about that, but at the same time, as time goes on, things change. Everything doesn't always stay the same. And I'm just trying to figure out, when do we rise? When do we rise above that stereotype?
Wow, hold on. Now, see, you got me lost, because I think we've made great strides in terms of where we are, what we're doing today. Now, mind you, I'm a black woman, so I don't stand behind or sit behind or feel I'm beneath anybody. And I don't care if it was biblical or if it's tripical or if it's today. Typically, the black woman has a space, a place, and she rises. Maya Angelou let you know that in I Rise, and phenomenal woman. So I think maybe back in the Bible, Abraham and whoever else was that had these 2 or 3 wives, that was what was done then. Today it will be called, it's illegal. But in those days, those are the laws of the Lord and the laws of the land. So yeah, and in my book, the way I see things as it should go today, and I've read a couple of books on this, it should be, God, the man, and the woman. And I say that because God, for whatever reason, made man first, and they say that we came from a rib. I know one, a black man, because a black man ain't giving up his ribs for nobody. But nonetheless, I think that that's how it should go. And if you a black man with a black woman that's praying, I don't care how dumb you are or how much crazy stuff you do. If the woman is following the Lord, then the man is covered. I think my phone just died and we getting ready to lose Angela. And it did. So I'm gonna have to call Angela back next week and finish this. I apologize for not having charged my phone. Angela will talk later. But I do believe that that's how it goes. God, the man, and the woman. And if you follow your man because the Lord says that you're supposed to, then you will be covered. And for whatever reason, God sees it to cover him also. Yeah, your man may go off into some foolishness, but if you pray for him and you believe in God and you go into the foolishness with him, who knows, you might come out on top. Let me give you a prime example of that. Danny McDonald was on, Angela, can you still hear me?
I can.
Okay, cool. I thought I had lost you. Angela's still here. Danny McDonald was on our show a couple of weeks ago, and he said he gave up his job and told his wife he was, going to try this Lavelle. And instead of her telling him, oh, no, you not, we got bills, she went with him. That's a praying woman who followed her man, and God has led them to great places and to great things and to great success. So I don't think that we are so much put asunder or beside or behind or under or we're not appreciated. I just think that biblical days we might not have been as, I hate to say important because Mary was the mother of Jesus and they didn't come no more important than that. So I really don't know how to put this other than the fact that as soon as I get a hold of Chelsea or a hold to Poochie, who by the way must have been drinking cheap wine because he ain't here again today. Yeah, I'm gonna call you back because I want to make sure that we're on the same level, on the same spot. I get what you're saying in terms of how women are, but I think that we have made great strides, great strides. We had a woman run for president, but I need to tell y'all, in my mind, y'all knew that wasn't gonna happen because they gave you a black man. There ain't nowhere in the world they're going to give you a black man the first go-round and then give you a woman the next go-round. White America ain't ready for that. Come on now, stick with me. You know that was not going to happen. And Hillary Clinton, too, and she was married to the first unofficial black president, Bill Clinton. Oh, no, we wasn't finna get Hillary as no president, and you know that. But I do think we've made great strides in terms of women and how we're looked at and how we're dealt with. Would you not agree a little bit?
Yeah, I agree a little.
Okay.
But I'm more concerned on how we as black people treat each other.
Oh, girl, come on. That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show. You hit me with the women, and I'm finna go to the women with you, but you want to go to the black people? I didn't mean to cut you off. Go right ahead. But that's a whole other show. You do know that.
I agree. I do. I agree with you. It is a whole nother show. But it's just, I don't know. I can't help but just be more concerned about us as black people on a whole and how we as men and women, black men and women, relate to one another. Because once we get that together, we're a superpower. We'll never be stopped. Unstoppable. As they say, the power couples, that's the new thing to say now. You're a black powerful couple.
Yeah, that's true. And I agree with you. 100% in terms of black people. But like I said, that's a whole nother show. We have a tendency, because we got black people and then we got colored people. See, and once we could get rid of the colored people, I won't say get rid of them, but let's say educate the colored people, then the black people would become much stronger, because colored people got that crabs in the barrel syndrome. If I'm not going to get it, you're not going to get it. So rather than help you up, I'm going to pull you down. Whereas black folk, we tend to stick together and make sure if I ride, you ride. If I'm going in this direction, you got to go in that direction. Well, I'm taking you in the direction you got to go first. Then I'm gonna go where I go. We need more cohesiveness in the black community. We don't have that, and that's because my own personal opinion. Let me stop right here. Anything that I say from this point on is my opinion only. It has nothing to do with the owners or the affiliates of WDRB Media, Dr. Business, Miss Divine, Miss Fit, or Adrian. It's all coming from Miss Michelle, and if you don't like it, please don't call the station and threaten them. And I'm not giving you my number to call and threaten me. You might catch me outside, but trust me and believe I'm from the D, so if you catch me, you need to be ready to catch these. Anyway, back to what I was trying to say. What we need to do as a people, we just need to cut it out. Stick to each other. Stop trying to emulate them. Stick with who we are, and stick with each other. They keep us out of so much, and we do that because instead of going head in together, we one at a time, or we go in sparse in groups. Anything, and I say anything that's out there that can be done, if they let us in, we're taking over. And they know it. That's why the black man and the women and all that is the greatest fear. We're the greatest fear on the face of the earth. Because once you allow us in and we take over, that's it. That bottom line ain't no more. Would you agree?
150%.
Bingo, baby. Bingo. Well, now I got to play some music this week because I got some stuff I really have to get in and get off. So I had somebody write me and tell me, you play everybody but Luther. I thought about it and I went back over my shows and my tapes and piano, and they're right. I have played a lot of folk, but I think I played Dance with My Father for Father's Day at one time. However, today I'm going to play some Luther, and each song that I play, all around Luther, because I got some main ingredients coming up. I got some Bill Withers. These songs have meanings for me and somebody else today. So I'm going to start you off with Luther Vandross, and it's called Once You Know How. And they say that's the truth. I'm not sure. I think if you know how and you do it too hard, too heavy, you may not be able to do it again. But if Adrian and Fitter quit laughing at me and put my music on, I'm going to sit here and talk to y'all doing I really wish my radio fans, could see how we do this on the recording. As a matter of fact, you can go to www.WDRBmedia.com and hit the live button, and then stroll down to Miss Michelle, and you'll see my show live. But in the meantime, let's go to this Once You Know How, and I'll come back. Mimi come in with her braids. Yeah. See, I don't have to go. Okay, I'm done. Take my music. See, yeah. What?
So funny. Still got Angela?
Yeah, I still got you, Angela?
I'm still here.
Okay. Oh, I forgot. I'm still live. They're recording this. So, yeah, Angela, I'm still live. And I got these suckers. And I think what I'm going to do is open one of these suckers and start sucking. I can which the orange or the red, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do the red for the blood. The red and green. It's the Christmas colors. And you know what? It's crazy. I went in Walmart the other day, and they actually think that I'm going to eat my Thanksgiving dinner while I'm wrapping my Christmas presents wearing my Halloween suit. That's crazy. I mean, they got them all in the same, like 1 row, 2 row, 3 row. Can I get to Veterans Day or Labor Day? Let's get to Election Day. Let's do that. And when you go for Election Day, I want y'all to go cut. I want to say this on the radio, so I had to cut to that. But I really want you to, when you go to vote, I want you to go to vote like you went to see the Black Panther movie, in droves. I mean, all y'all, you put your dashikis on, you got black for a night. You got black for a night, real black. So my belief is, when you get ready to go vote, be black again. And I'm going to say that again. So for those of you watching me, going to hear it, because I'm going to have to say it to my folks. Listen to my radio. I got to lick my sucker right now. That was good. But yeah. So we ready to go? Okay, let's go.
In 3, 2.
Now, those of you listening on the radio, you don't get the benefit of what's going on behind the scenes. And I really wish that there was some way we could do that you could. But I'm not going to ever just run the show. I guess I could and not run music, but I got to play these songs because these songs mean something to me. But I was saying that I was in Walmart the other day, and it's amazing to me that they want me to eat my Thanksgiving dinner while I'm wrapping my Christmas presents, wearing my Halloween outfit. I don't, give me a chance. Let me get to, like I said, Veterans Day, and then I said something about Election Day, and that's when Fit thought she bust a gut. Election Day, I want y'all to go vote like y'all want to see the Black Panthers. You put on your dashikis, you took your family, you picked up people along the way to go see the Black Panther movie. Do the same dab blame thing when it comes time for you to go vote. Make if it's somebody in your neighborhood, senior citizen, whatever. Early voters, take somebody with you to vote. Don't go alone, because I know for a fact. No, I don't, because I don't know all y'all out there that's listening to me. But I'm going to say, I'd like to believe not one of y'all saw the Black Panther by yourself. It was somebody that you could, hey, did you see that? Hey, did you see that? You nudged somebody in the show, whether you knew them or not. You went to see the movie. Go see what you can do about the rest of our lives in terms of elections. Now, I got that out the way. I still got Angela on the phone. She going to have some comments on this. Let me say this. I need to ask, where do singles go to mingle? I'm single now, and I don't know in Charlotte where I'm supposed to go or what to do. So if you know anything about that, hit me up at forget that. mdmuse01@yahoo.com, mdmuse02@gmail, my fan page, Miss Michelle, or my Facebook page, Michelle Muse. I'd like to, know where singles go, and I'm not trying to be listening to no hip-hop. Laid back jazz and somebody that I, can chill with. I think it's time for me to step out and try some things. Now, let me share a story with you. I think I was talking about my friend Danny, and Danny is a very, very special person to me. And Danny and I were in love, not with each other, but, with our respective lovers. And for each of us, it didn't work, and he was in his relationship a long term, and so was I. And he began to miss the young lady, so he decided that he'd let her know this. But she had moved on, which kind of bothered him, and it bothered me too, because he had done so much for her, and they was just the cutest little couple. Well, when he popped the question, he thought, marriage was an issue for her, and I know Danny very, very well, and anybody that knew Danny knows that he just wasn't ready for marriage. But he loved this girl, and he asked her, and she told him that she couldn't trust him with her heart again. And that hurt me, that hurt me, that hurt me. And this is me being hurt. So I want you to even try to imagine how my friend felt. But he's a bounce backer. He's a tough cat. He said, I'm good. I wonder sometimes when we say we're good, if we really are good. I know I go through things. I've been having a rough time with my separation or breakup, because it's not a separation, a breakup. And it's taken me longer than I thought it would have to actually try to step out and move on and gather that. And I find myself, tearing up in situations. I find myself remembering things and wondering, what did I do wrong? What could I have done differently? What could have happened? What should have happened to make this a long-term relationship? And then I've come to the conclusion that what God has for me, and Danny, what God has for you is for you. These may be just lessons, life lessons that we had to learn. These are people that we had to meet and deal with in terms of what they taught us, what we learned from them, and what we taught them. I don't believe God put either of us here to walk through life alone. Angela, you listening?
I am.
I don't believe that God put any of us here to walk this life alone. We're supposed to be mated up. We're supposed to be soul-mated up. And I don't know what a soulmate is. As a matter of fact, I don't even think I want a relationship anymore. I want a partnership. I think I want somebody to ride or die with me. I can laugh with. I can sleep with. I can get money with. I can have a good time with. I can trust with my heart. Now, mind you, because I'm seasoned, and Danny is too. Giving your heart, Angela might be also. Giving your heart away is a bit much. And I tell you, you get 3 of them in life. You get a heartbreak, heart punch, but when you get that shatter, that's when the shards break. And no matter what you do, it's never put back together again. Whoever the next person that I'm with will never have my whole heart. They'll have all I have to give, but I won't have a whole heart to give. And I think the same applies to Danny. But mind you, I'm going to be trying because I deserve the best. And somebody out there deserves the best. And I don't mean to pop my collar, but I'm from the D, and that's where they grow them, you know. If you're from the D, you can't help but to be amongst the best. Now,
That's right.
You got that, Angela?
I got it.
All
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
now. I'm going to play one. I got another song to play because, see, this is how I'm feeling. We're going to go with the main ingredients, and it's called, and we might, everybody plays the fool. It's just one time. Now, if you out there playing a 2 or 3, I'm sorry about your luck. I got to lick my sucker again. Because, that's what suckers do. They play the fool, and I'm not a sucker. Let me lick my sucker one more time. Because I'm just not that. You may be the fool for letting me get away, but, hey, here we go. The main ingredient, Cuba Gooding Jr. Yeah, everybody plays the fool. That's why I ain't on the radio singer. Sometime I had a girlfriend once tell me that a guy played the song for her. I ain't gonna put her business on there either. But if I was her, I'd have, huh? Fit over there talking, and I'm thinking she talking to me. Yeah, I ain't gonna put the business out there. But if this Negro had told me everybody plays the fool and played the song for me, oh yeah, I'd have showed him what playing was about. And it wouldn't have been foolish. Oh no, it would not have been foolish. Lord, yep, I'm here to tell you. We ready? Okay.
3, 2.
Yeah, everybody does play the fool. And they say falling in love is such an easy thing to do. That's not true for me. It takes me a while. I don't jump off easy. I've said this on my show, God knows how many times. I'm not an easy person. I'm not so quick to trust because I have been hurt. So when you've been hurt, you're not too quick to open up. But once you do and you give it your all, you in. And if that doesn't work, it takes an awful lot to come out of it. I don't know that, you ever really come out of it. And see, what I don't want to do is I don't want to live alone. I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to be lonely. As a matter of fact, forget this. Let's just go to another main ingredient song. It's called I Just Don't Want to Be Lonely. Then I'll come back and talk to you about the concept of being alone and lonely. Take me away, Adrian. All right, Andrew, you got to do some more talking.
That goes back to that soulmate thing, though. I don't think a soulmate is necessarily put on a gender. You could have a female soul, as long as your souls are joined together in agreement and y'all can do things together in happiness, that's a soulmate.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
I think everybody has plenty of soulmates out there. It's just a matter of, we got to find them. I think you're my soulmate.
We very well may be, but I'm going to tell you this, darling. I need a little bit more.
Now, I understand.
We're on the radio.
Look, I do too. I understand 100%.
We're on the radio. I need a little bit more. Nah.
I know that's right.
Adrian looking at me like, will you shut up? Okay, I'm going to let Adrian count me back in. Fit the loss of mine. All right, let's go. Yep.
3, 2.
Because for those of you on the radio listening, you didn't hear the background. I'm telling you, you need to go to www.WDRBmedia.com. Hit the live button, and then you can get all the backstory. But Angela was saying that, we're soulmates, and we are in a sense as much that, we talk about everything, and that there's no shame in anything. If I'm feeling like whatever, I can talk to her about it, and she can talk to me about it. But she mentioned, soulmates don't have to necessarily be male, female, and they don't. But I'm going to tell you this. Listen, if you listening out there in radio land, I can be your soulmate, but if you're a chick, but I'm going to need a little bit more. I'm just going to need a little bit. I'm just going to have to go one step further. Call me if you need me. I'll tell you, I'm ride or die. Once I put you in, you in. And I'll be the first to tell you. I was thinking about this the other day. I just don't want to be lonely. I have discovered that I know a lot of people, and a lot of people know me. But I don't have a lot of friends. I I use that word friend, and it's kind of special to me. You got to be to the left, way to the left, and so far left that you come back right to be in the friend department. So I can, be by myself because I think I'm really good company. I think I'm the best company I can keep. But just here lately, I have been experiencing loneliness, and I don't like it at all. I don't know about you. I don't know about Angela. Fitz says she don't like it either.
No, I don't like it. I don't. I don't like to be alone. I like my space. I like my me time. But I definitely don't like to be alone. I don't think anybody does. We all need somebody.
Now, I can be alone, like I said, and alone is great. I don't like being lonely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the big difference.
There is a difference.
There's a difference. Because, see, when I'm alone, I can do me, bebop, hip-hop, da-da-da-da. But when you're lonely, that's when you're missing the company of somebody. Now, and I got a dog, but my dog seems to know that when I'm lonely, to leave me alone. So, and loneliness to me, tears. And I think tears are good in as much as that's a way of getting pressure off. It's a way of cleansing. It's a way of coming back. It's like taking a bath out of your eyes. You get to cleanse yourself and be all prayerfully when you stop crying or when the tears in. You will have come up with some kind of way or something in your mind or in your spirit to say, okay, look, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this. You'll bring yourself back because lonely is, dang. David Ruffin, if you're listening, and I know you are, I'm getting ready to play this. What's Lonely Man Am I? Ever since you said goodbye. Girl, I know that I should have woke up ever since we broke up. What's the name of that song, y'all? It's the Temptations. Anyway, we're going to play that song soon we figure out what the name of it is. But, I'm to the point now where loneliness is, it's not a good thing. And I don't think anybody should be lonely. Now, people tell me you got the Lord. And you don't have to tell me that. Because I know first and foremost, if my eyes open in the morning, that was God. Okay. That was God. That was nobody, there wasn't no Timex, no alarm clock, no none of that. God gave me one more chance, another day, to get it right, to accomplish something, to help somebody, to clear up something, to do something, that dictates that I'm his child. So I'm never in that sense alone. But every now and then and again, the touch of somebody else is a necessity. I just don't like being lonely, and I'll be the first to tell you that. So if we could find this Temptation song, Lonely Man Am I. Ooh, I wish I could sing. Y'all just don't know. If I could sing, I'd take, But if wishes was fishes, maybe we get some fried. So that's not the truth. I can't sing. I'm going to go to Adrienne, and maybe she can look this song up for me, and I'll come back to you and talk some more. As I got a real crazy Poochie's point. Poochie's not here, but I'm going to talk about this point because I think this chick, just take me to the Temptations, and I'll come back. Thank you very much, Adrienne. Yeah. Lonely man, am I? Everything. Girl, I know that I should have woke up. It's you that I need. But then I need, yeah. By the Temptations. Yeah. Seriously, I am a connoisseur of the Temptations. And if they sang it, I know about it. Now, mind you, let's make sure we on different levels. Because my Temptations were Eddie, David, Melvin, Otis, and Paul. That's the Temptations. That was the Temptations. If you lived in Detroit, it was David Ruffin and Temptations, No Stuff and Mr. Ruffin Temptations. And when they got rid of David, they brought Dennis in. All right, so then they was the Temptations. They wasn't so tempting. When Eddie left, they was the Imptations. And, I still listen to that. And Otis, they want to credit Otis for all this. And Otis, if you're listening, you all right. But come on, tell the truth. Melvin formed the group because he went and found the primes and hooked it up and gave you the voice that you had to do to have to be who you were. But I'm a Temptation fanatic. To me, that's the greatest male group that ever lived and will ever be. I don't know of another group that, And I wondered, and if I ever get to meet Otis, because he's the only Temptation I never met. And I don't know why that is, but I never met him. Why didn't he mention the Four Tops at all in the movie or the book? Levi was the bomb. Okay, are we going back to...
We're ready.
Okay, we ready to go? Wait, that's all I got left? Okay, come on, let me go. I didn't run my mouth.
All right, in 3, 2.
Adrian has informed me that I've been talking so much, I'm almost out of time. So I need to get to this Poochie's point. From Melinda. Melinda is pregnant by one guy. She met this other guy, I guess she wasn't showing or whatever, and they have been dating. She really likes this other guy now. The baby's daddy is not in the picture, and she wants to know what should she do. So, Angela, what should she do?
Well, I don't think she should do anything but love the one that she's with. That baby's gonna come no matter what.
That's true. That's true.
So,
should she tell the guy?
Should she tell him that she's pregnant?
She's gonna have to tell him eventually because the weight gain is gonna be, undeniable.
No.
The weight gain is going to be undeniable.
Did she say how far along she was?
No, and I think what she's. I get these letters and these Poochie's points, and they never give me details. She just said that she's pregnant by one guy who's not in the picture, and she's dating another guy, and she doesn't know what to do. And my advice to her is if you haven't told the one guy that you're dating that you're pregnant, tell him. Give him an option. He knows it's not his, because please, by all means, don't play the it's your baby game and the baby got here 6 months early, and then something go wrong later on in life, and you got to have some DNA and and it's darn it no way as opposed to DNA. So tell the truth. I can recall I was pregnant, and I got one son, Corey Richard Nolan, and I love him to life. However, his father and I weren't on the greatest of terms when I discovered that I was pregnant. And, mind people, I never gained a pound. And Corey should have been born December 17th. I thought I was having an elevator because he didn't get here till February 27th. I didn't gain a pound until January, I want to say the middle of January. And I remember this because some friends of mine had gotten killed, and I was going to the funeral. And I woke up one morning, and my breasts were a 44 triple D. That was the only sign that I ever had that I was pregnant. But I was dating a guy, hanging out with him and having a good time. He'd come by and see about me. But I told him I was pregnant. He told me he didn't care. This was just fun time for us to have. He said, and if the father did not step up, that he would, he'd be glad to. I appreciated that, but, it doesn't mean, even though I wasn't with my baby's daddy, we weren't getting along, I still loved him, and I still wanted him to be a part of his son's life. But I dated this guy. We had a good time, and we're still friends to this day. He's a very good friend of mine, but back in the day. But see, real men in the day, they did that kind of stuff. And anything that went wrong, anything that I needed, this cat stepped up and took care of. So if I'm Melinda, I'm advising her to be sure that this young man that she's dating is given the opportunity to either say, hey, I'm going to run through this with you, or are you pregnant with somebody else, and walk off, depending on how he is and what they are as to what he's going to do. I personally don't think that she has the right to deceive him into thinking that it's his child. I mean, don't jump into bed with him and then convince him it's his and later on down the line. Because be sure, let me tell you this for sure, his mama gonna know. He may not know it's not his. But when the baby come and that body, his mama gonna pull him to the side and tell him, that's not your child. What you think?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes. We gonna know. My mother knows. Go ahead.
I said I just had one myself 3 months ago, and
a
it
baby?
was a question. Yeah, not me.
Oh.
My young son.
Okay.
He just had a baby. Came another grandma number 7. That's
Ooh,
the
Lord.
7th one. And he was questioning it. And when the baby came, I said, no, baby, that's your baby. That's your baby.
he was questioning her. He was questioning her.
Right, he was questioning it. But they went into the relationship all wrong. She came to him with a boyfriend, so, Wait
a minute.
They started
So she
out
cheated
wrong.
on her boyfriend with your son.
That's right.
See, people, I guess because I'm more mature, game playing I just don't have time for. If you seriously into something or you seriously want to do something, Be about the business of doing it. Time is something that you cannot get back.
Nope.
And once it's wasted, it's wasted. And I don't think that you have the right to waste anybody's time. And I say to my friend that and for myself too, the time that we spent with the people that we thought we loved. I won't say thought, we loved respectfully and respectively, wasn't wasted time. There are life lessons that we learned from them. They may not be yet apparent, but eventually, sooner or later, you garner from this something strong. There'll be some strength to come from this. There'll be something that you'll look back on and you'll say, hey, I experienced that with so-and-so, and I know how to handle this. And don't ever, whatever you do, doubt your worth, because there are folk in the world that just don't get it. See, I know I'm a queen, and because I know him, I know he's a king. And royalty deserves royalty. You can't, sleep with clowns and figure it's going to be okay. And I'm not calling anybody else's ex a clown. I'm just saying, in my mind, because I'm biased, because she didn't see what I see in you as a man, I feel some kind of way about her. I feel sorry for her, because in life, as she looks back, you a darn good catch guy. You good looking, you got your own place, you built your own home, shall I say. Let me put that out there. And you got it going on. You're working and you're responsible. Not only that, you got a heart, because who would have taken poor little old me, who was at the time when my first divorce, I was looking like a well-dressed bobblehead crackhead, but it didn't bother him. He came to me with the honesty and sincerity and said, hey, listen, you're not the only one going through that. You're not the first, you won't be the last. And I will forever, forever cherish his friendship. And he's hurting. He won't admit it. So I'm going to say I'm hurting for him. And I pray, because he says to me, we're going to get through this. I hurt. I hurt because of my breakup, but I'm getting past it. And I still feel that, the person that I broke up with, when you got a good heart and you're a good person, you don't lose people. They lose you. So
yes,
that's enough said about my friend, enough said about me. I'm not finna get into no tears, because like he told me this morning when I talked to him on the phone, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. And if you know me like I know me, I'm going to be all right. Now, you pray for these people, because I don't want anything to happen to my ex or to his ex. I pray he's in my prayers daily, that the Lord watch over him and make sure that he's okay. I wouldn't want anything to go wrong in his life, because the most wrong thing in my life, in my mind, is that he lost me. Well, he left me, because like I tell anybody, I never quit a man. I let them quit me, and then I don't take him back. But if he's listening to this, at this point in time, I might take him back. We wouldn't be taking it back. New beginnings, is always a great thing. And maybe she'll hear this, Danny, and you guys can have a new beginning. What I pray for is for God to have his will in our lives. Whatever it is he has designed for us, whoever it is he has designed for us, that we be ready when they come. Be about the business of being who we are today, living and loving our lives, doing our things and having fabulous times. And know that for certain and for sure, God got you. It don't matter, no matter what. The man upstairs, he don't make mistakes. It's not in his whatever it is that they have. Angela, thank you so much for being, because I think I'm gonna get the wind up thing in a minute, and I'm so glad you did let me call you today. And I'm gonna have to call you back, because see, Chelsea and Poochie are not here for us to answer those questions about how you were feeling. But today was just one of those, when I came in on a real high, because I was really like ticked to the left about not being able to go to Detroit and plan a wedding. But this too shall pass, and who knows, I may still get to go and plan one. May not be Danny's, but nonetheless, I know he's a good guy, and anybody listening to this, if you in the Detroit area, pick one is the one. That's all I can say about that. I said it hurt me, but I'm okay with it. And if he's okay, and if we're going to fake the funk until we really are okay, then that's what we will have to do. I got one more song I'm going to play for you, and it's my, my standard, old friend. I play Phyllis Hyman when I can't play nothing else. So if Adrian will take me to Old Friend, I'll come back and I'll close. How much time I got? She's gonna say 3 minutes.
Something like that.
All right, well, I forget I'm live, so we're gonna go to this live thing. Go ahead. I'm ready.
All right, in 3, 2.
Like I said, I have enjoyed Angela today. Hopefully you had a good time with me.
I did. We'll have to talk further.
Yeah, well, we can, but we're going to do the radio show again. I thought I was going to have some walk-ins because when I came to the station, I had my conversation on my mind. There was some ladies that was sitting in the lobby. I said, just come on in, walk on in. I guess they doing interviews and couldn't get a chance to walk in. But I am going to ask Angela to say smooches.
Smooches.
Smooches from me. It's been real. It's been swell. It's even been real swell. You're getting ready to hear Ordinary Joe. And none of us are ordinary. Girl, if you don't cut that phone off, that's my friend who didn't want to be on the radio. I'm going to call her name out, not Glenda McHenry. She didn't want to be on my show. Yeah, she looked at me real crazy. But I love this one. She just, she don't understand. She don't get the concept of what a ride or die is. But nonetheless, she got a phone on my radio show. You're going to hear Ordinary Joe as I close. Like I said, it's been real. It's been swell. It's even been real swell. And from me to you guys, smooches. Echo. Bye, Angela. I'll call you later.
All right, love.
Love you. Bye-bye.
That was loud.
Bye.